Captain. You ready?
We can make it if we try.
Captain.
What the? I guess I'm the captain now. Proceed.
What is going on, everybody out there in podcast land?
Yo.
Hello, my darlings.
What is up, dude? You made it in the nick of time, man.
Having some technical difficulties.
I knew you would, never a doubt. Well, yeah, welcome back, everybody. Happy New Year!
Hooray.
Happy fucking New Year.
Yeah, right. You believe it's
Thank God we have a new one. A new year to mess up.
Quarter century past Y2K. Jeez Louise. Oh, what is up, Strong Island? Judas. Grateful Gardener. Istig. Chi-Town Hi-Fi. Budsy, Ohio. What up, everybody?
Okay.
What up, all you sick son of a bitches?
Thanks for joining. Who the fuck is Julius? Hey, we gotta have a guy out there named Julius. Well, what up? What up, brother? Welcome. If you are listening out there.
Yeah. Hey, Julius.
How you guys been?
Been pretty good, man. How about you?
Enjoying the cold weather, I must say. I'm a cold weather man.
What? Go fuck yourself.
No, I hate this.
From the deepest bottom of my heart, go
Can
fuck
always
yourself.
put on another layer.
Yeah, that's true.
Where's climate change when you need her?
That's true.
I mean, I was praying we got slammed by that blizzard that came through.
We haven't had too much snow up this way.
We got gypped.
Yeah.
These like 20-degree mornings. I do not fuck with that. No.
I love it. Makes you feel alive.
No. It's been single digits here. A couple of early mornings. I'm all set with that shit.
Hard pass. All right. Well,
yeah.
I'm enjoying it. And since I got my little AC Infinity heater up there in the attic now, it's chugging away in that 5x5 doing wonders. It's actually keeping like the whole attic pretty nice and warm, I must say. Raised the ambient temperature up there by 8-10 degrees.
I just turned your mic up a little bit. Everybody says you're coming in quiet.
Oh, cool. Here, I can turn myself up a touch. How's that, everybody? I got a new mic, so if you see this contraption right here, that's what I'm talking into. A little better. Cool. So yeah, where was I? No idea.
I don't know. I got totally distracted.
Somewhere in Pennsylvania.
No fucking idea. Oh, I was talking about got the winter specs out on my grow room now. The winter modifications have been done, so everything is nice and toasty up there. When I need to warm up, I'm able to just go tend to the garden a little bit. It's great.
Nice.
It's like a mini vacation.
Just need to put a lounge
Just
chair.
balmy 80 degrees. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Just hang out with the girls.
Yeah. Humid and hot. Just how they like it. Lot of gotta have the humidifiers pumping away too. If you're adding heat, you gotta have the humidifiers going too.
It's it's dry as fuck, especially in the winter climates.
Dry as fuck.
Yeah.
Wise man once said. Well, let's get into it. The first, what are you smoking on of the new year? Want to start, Monster?
Sure. I am smoking on some Odin Sons, freshly harvested.
Nice.
Ooh,
look at that.
Pretty.
Big fucking chonkers, man.
Dude, put your fist up next to that top nug there. All right. It's like that's
It's
a good
bigger than
bite.
my thumb.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's a sizable nug.
Yep. And the camera's not going to do any justice, but it's very colorful. It's got that like very picturesque look. I'm digging it. I'm digging it.
I see a lot of orange hairs even in the dark.
I only grew it in a solo cup, but I ended up with some nice colas. Very
You grew
very
the whole thing in a solo cup
dude.
all the way through?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
And what would you say you ended up with, like weight wise? Just maybe a half ounce.
Probably about an ounce. I haven't
Yeah.
I haven't weighed it, but probably say closer to an ounce.
Damn, man, that's awesome.
Yeah. It's
Ounce from a solo cup.
It was very easy to grow, not fussy at all, and yeah, it's good smoke. It's got like a very gassy, like almost like incense taste that I'm getting. It's kind of, once again, kind of unique from VGG. So shout out to that sick son of a bitch.
Shout out BGG. Yeah, I see a lot of a lot of people in our crew have been growing his stuff, whether it's the sauce, Odin Sons, like his funeral desserts, man, and it always looks killer. So if you're looking for a new geneticist and you haven't checked Big Green Guy out yet, do yourself a favor.
I think he has more of that
Do it.
George's root beer coming in February.
Oh, hell yeah.
Can't wait to get my hands on that.
I haven't told you guys yet, but he's coming on next week.
Oh yeah, nice.
Just talked about it like
Yay.
5 minutes ago. So
All right. Word.
There you go.
Hurrah.
What are you about to spark up there, Cap?
Well, so I got this from G3. So this, maybe she can tell me, because this says, well, sorry, I'm hitting my device. It says 2-1, number 6, or show.
I know exactly what that is.
What is it?
That is Howling's Desserts.
Oh, so look at that. More VGG. Nice cone, fully packed.
Oh my gosh, his cones are huge.
So who does he pack these cones?
Yeah.
And send them to you? Because this
They're
is fucking stuffed to the gills.
I have to like break them down and break them into little dog walkers, because otherwise it takes me like days to get through.
Yo, brother, you got to put a little bit less weed in these cones, brother. I'm talking right to you, BGG. I love you, but
now he's gonna put more in.
Yep. Cram it all in.
He's not lying. He said he was the big green guy. I mean, this is a big cone.
Huge. This is a huge cone.
I'm worried that I can't even get a good rip on.
You know what's funny is I gave him an average size cone, like the regular 1 1/4. He called it a dog walker. It was so funny. I gave him a couple joints of the lemon cobbler, and he's like, "Oh, thanks for the dog walker." I was like, "Jesus, dude."
I wonder about the man's
Anything's a
tolerance.
dog walker when this is your normal fucking bone right here.
Well,
see,
this
is crazy.
He I don't think BGG smokes a shitload, but like when he does, he smokes
otherwise.
He smokes he just gets it all over with real quick, fucking big bone to the face.
he gets it in. When he does, he makes it happen. Well, yeah, like that's so. I'm gonna see how it goes, but I'm worried that like it's so packed that I'm just not gonna be able to get a good rip. But
just don't pull on it too tight. You'll get it. It'll boat otherwise.
Okay, it's working. Fruity.
Yeah,
this one's fruity.
It is. I like her.
There's like a berry, not grape, but more like a, I don't know, mixed berry.
Yeah.
That whatever
I was gonna
like
say that
color
like
that
somewhere
gummy is.
between like raspberry and blackberry.
Yeah, yeah. It's a boysenberry.
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 Mm.
The schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
It's all sorts of weird berries, but yeah, this is delicious. Um, yeah, awesome. Thank you, G3.
My pleasure.
Appreciate the overstuffed monster joint here.
Well, that transitions into what you're smoking on, G3. What about you?
Yeah, I don't have BGG stuff, although I could. I do have an actual dog walker of his stuff right here. But
Fuck that guy.
we're continuing on with like, I guess, breeder friends. I just finished the last of the cherry banana bomb from Joint. Oh, I was saving it because it's so nice.
Nice.
Oh,
But
you got a
mine
sample?
probably popped. I did, of the cherry banana bomb. That and the Hubba Bubba grape. Hubba Bubba grape.
What can you tell us about it? 'Cause, yeah,
The
man,
cherry banana bomb.
Yeah, I got one.
Oh
I
my
got
gosh,
two.
it's freaking spectacular. She's
That's what you want to hear.
spectacular. I talked about this on a previous show, I think. She's just like
I wanna hear
very
again. It might have been the Patreon episode though.
maybe
Regardless,
know.
I want you to repeat yourself.
Anyway, it has that like the Neville's haze in its lineage, which gives me this like very happily focused kind of feeling. She's spectacular for shows. I really like her. She's upbeat and super happy. You definitely get that cherry at the end. So she definitely has that cherry in her profile. She is like sweet and creamy, and she's just, yes, I'm happy to be back on the flower. It is
Right?
definitely making me cough still, but I am slowly getting back towards 100%. You can
How
actually hear
nice
him
is it
just
we all
slightly
get
froggy.
we all get
but-
G3 like descriptions again of her experiences as she's smoking. You know, it's just
Yep.
you know.
I'm
missed
telling
it.
you, whoever is growing the cherry banana bomb for the grow along, like you're in for a treat. I actually smoked
yeah.
this. She wasn't part of my original lineup. And then he sent me the sample and I tried it and I popped one that night.
Okay, word. It's that good.
Yeah.
She's
It's that good.
Stopped her in her
Love her.
tracks and
Gonna cry
full.
because I don't have any more. Like she's probably not, she's not better than Mango Smile, but she's real close. She's nipping her heels.
Oh shit.
Interesting.
It's way up there. I love
You just
her.
love that like focused sativa effect.
Yes. I like fruity, happy focus.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yeah, because that's how it most often
awesome.
fits my lifestyle.
Well,
Yeah.
You know
love
what
her.
medicine is best for you, for sure.
Yep.
You're more
do
of
have
like
some George's root
a
beer here.
smoke while you're like getting shit done kind of person. For sure.
And I'm always getting something done. So it's got to keep up, you know?
Well,
Can't like smoke myself into oblivion and be like, oh, well, we'll try another day. It doesn't work that way.
nap on the couch time.
Yeah, in my wildest dreams.
A little too high. Just gonna reset here. Do like a 30-minute power nap, and I'll be all right. But no, not with a good sativa. You won't have to do that. So that's
Nope.
cool. That's cool.
Better than a cup of coffee. She's great. So
I love it.
I like
Makes
her a lot.
me very excited. So we got sidetracked. Was that what you were smoking on? Like
Yeah, the cherry
remnants of
banana
that?
bomb was what I had.
Dude,
The,
how
the
fucking
very
high are
last
you?
little bit.
I'm like,
Yeah, I
I'm
can't
like
remember anything.
a third through this thing, and I'm like, I'm already loopy.
Oh shit.
We're in for a roller
Yeah,
coaster.
it's good. It's really good. So awesome. I'm just upset it's gonna be gone, and you won't have any more till harvest time. That's gonna be rough for you.
Yep. I'll survive. I have this golden goat in my tent right now that she's offensive. She's just
Yeah. What kind
as of a couple
offense?
weeks ago, she's big, she's beautiful. This is the one from Irie Genetics. I love golden goat.
Rasta Jeff, shout out.
She, when she was in beginning to mid flower, she's coming in towards end of flower now, last few weeks, I'd say. In mid flower, she was just gross. I mean, I could smell the faintest little bit of that golden goat that I was looking for in there, but otherwise it was like super chemy, kind of skunky, but like not in a good way. And it was just like offensive. I opened the tent and I was like, oh my God. Oh no. Oh, this is awful. It was the first time I actually thought about killing a plant after she had gone into
Jeez.
flower when most of it was done, because I was just like, I'm going to hate this.
Send it our way.
So I'm curious now to hear, has it evolved since then?
Yes, it has shifted a little bit. So now we're getting into that end stage flower, and I think those terpenes are starting to develop more and more, and I'm getting way more of those notes of golden goat that I'm looking for. So
Good.
fingers
Like,
crossed it
it's funny.
matures
I
more,
always
because
like
holy shit, she's
when
gross.
I listen to Rasta Jeff on like his Grow from the Heart podcast, which if you haven't heard, go listen to. Real good stuff. Like he definitely will talk about like how, you know, different terps appear at like later stages in the grow, and like, you know,
Oh, for sure.
so it's
Yes.
like, yeah, I'm glad you held out and didn't snuff that one.
Yeah, it was just like, oh, she's horrible. How could she ever come back from this? She did. She turned it around. Well, she's still not great, but she's better. She's
Well,
also scaring the shit out of me
better.
because she has these gigantic, thick colas, and I have like bud rot
She's worried
PTSD.
about bud rot. Yeah.
I have so many fans going, and I'm still like, it's gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen.
Weren't you having some issue with that plant?
The golden goat.
Or something from Rasta Jeff you were growing? It was I don't remember.
Yes, it took forever after I flipped her for her to actually
Yeah, it was that
go
one.
into flower. She just kept seemingly vegging. No sex at all for 4 weeks. Took forever.
Holy shit.
But
Well,
she's big and beautiful now. She's great. She's just she smells horrid.
you gotta.
Sounds intriguing.
Yeah, I want. Now I'm curious. When you say she's one of those nasty ones, you know that gets me going.
Ooh, girl, you nasty.
I'm hoping that it shifts. I think it will, because of what I've seen or smelled in the last couple of weeks. I think it will continue. I'm sure it will.
Well, fingers
But
crossed
right now,
for you.
I was like, bleh, bleh,
I
ugh.
hope you find whatever it is you are looking for. But holy
Me
shit,
too.
Nettie, what up? Isn't it
Hey,
like
yeah. What time is
what
it there,
time is it
dude?
in Australia? Yeah, Rick, really, I know. Is it like maybe it's 9 p.m. tomorrow? Probably something like that. I don't know. It's like summertime for him. He's probably chilling at the beach.
What up, Nettie, you sick fuck?
Tell us how the future is, brother. Love seeing you here, though.
Yeah, I can't recall seeing him here in a while.
No, tell you what, guys. Nettie is one of the best autoflower growers that I know.
Oh my
I'd
gosh,
put him up
ridiculous
against
talented.
anybody.
Yeah,
The
and he's been
trunks
with
on his plants. Whew.
Yeah,
he's been with the
talented
show for a
motherfucker.
long time. Like he was one of our first fucking tent pirates.
Sure it was. He says it's 12:27
It's
lunchtime.
lunchtime.
Well, good afternoon, you cunt. As they would say in Australia.
That's one of my favorite words too.
It's top of the afternoon to you. Something like that. I don't know.
Well, that's the bottom of the afternoon.
Bottom of the afternoon.
Yeah.
Go box a kangaroo or something like that. What do they do down there, man? I don't know.
Dude, have you ever seen that video where the kangaroo's got the dog in like a fucking chokehold?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
And the guy runs over and fucking starts fucking boxing the kangaroo. That thing's jacked.
Yeah, man.
It's like,
They're like 6 feet tall bodybuilder kangaroos. Holy shit.
it's one of my favorite fucking videos. It's so short, but I just watch it over and over. Dude, the fucking kangaroo squares up. Like, it's fucking great, man.
Yeah, he's like,
Ugh.
put your dukes up. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. I think he was surprised when he took that
Yeah.
fucking punch to the face.
Well, we are happy to see you here, Nettie. Welcome. You know, yeah. Tell us how tomorrow is. Tell the chat how tomorrow is. We need a little heads up. Yeah, where were we, guys? Where were we?
Somewhere in point,
I
right?
don't know. I feel like we were talking about we're probably at the end of like the "What are we growing on" segment.
Oh yeah, we're talking about offensive golden goats. Have you ever had a plant that you like? What are the reasons that would make you cull a plant?
It definitely ain't terps. I mean, unless it had no terps, then I'd be like, "What the fuck's
I
going
mean,
on here?"
aside from like intersex traits, herming,
Mm-hmm.
which sadly I have had to do. Like if there's a difference between like showing one ball on like an auto flower, let's say, like a fem auto on
Oh,
like
that,
that bottom node, you get like one ball showed up randomly sometimes. That's one thing. You just pluck it off, maybe spray it with water, then pluck.
Wet your
But if,
fingers.
yeah, just,
Not kidding. Wet your fingers and just pinch it off.
yeah.
somebody was asking me what I was loading my cones with. This is the raw loader. So like a little funnel.
Oh,
You put it
I
right
love
on the
it.
cone. It makes it way easier to fucking fill the thing.
All right, sold.
Huh.
I'm gonna buy
That's
4 of them
convenient.
right now.
It comes with a little stick too, right? It's perfect, right? Tapered. And
BGG would need one like 4 times that big though.
he's got one, and he gave me one too. My fucking buddy basically stole it from me. The one he has is actually, I think it's a little cooler. It's a closed box that you can literally just fucking load with. And but this raw loader works really good. This was another gift from somebody else. Shout out to
That's
Mike.
awesome.
Thanks, Mikey.
That's what's up.
Yep, and it comes with like a card too, like a credit card type of thing that you can use the scoop with. I don't know where I misplaced that.
Well, look, but so I was like, that was like I was wondering if you were just ADD or what, like bouncing around topics. But then I found the question in the chat from the smoke ring, so I put it up. But that's the benefit of joining us live, guys. Is like you literally can like influence topics and bring up stuff you want to talk about, and we read it all.
Ask questions.
Read it all.
We try to read it all.
Yeah, it's hard to respond to everything on the show.
It's hard to respond, but at least we see it go past. Sometimes if we're like hot and heavy in some kind of topic, I'm not. It's not going to register a lot of times, but you can try. Love all you guys, but yeah. What the hell were we talking about now?
Jesus Christ, dude.
Look at that. I know, we're getting all
Can't
fucked
remember
up here.
anything. You need some pinene, my friend. We were talking about what would cause you to cull a plant other than intersex traits.
For me, it's got to be like just piss poor health, or I find out like the breeder kicks puppies or something midway through it, and something like that.
Yeah, bad juju, bad vibes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, that's totally honestly, and that is a legit thing. I mean, I grow the plants of mostly the plants of the breeders that like I vibe with, because I think it's very important. Vibes of what they put in to what they get out of the garden. It all transfers through. But yeah, health of the plant. I'm gonna be culling a plant. I'm going to be culling Mama Ram Scotty, because I have more clones, more future mamas in the works, and she is just too big. I ain't got no room for her anymore. And like all the stems are like woody at this point. You know what I mean? It's just like past the
Out or
point.
just like
Yeah, I gotta like cut her up into pieces. I'm gonna do like
Ooh.
yeah, I gotta cut her into pieces and put her in a bag and bring her out to the garbage and in sections. It's gonna be ugly.
Wow.
No,
Need
I
some
really
like
hope the
barrels
neighbors
of lye or
don't see me
something.
do it.
Jesus.
Yeah. Really hope the neighbors don't see me do it. What is he up to? It's like, what is all that dead weight in that trash bag? Just a
Fucking
massive mother plant.
It's
Don't
a
worry
tree.
about
It's a tree.
it. Well, speaking of which, an ARR says he needs a cut.
That's so ski.
Oh, what's up? What up, Soski?
you got to change your YouTube name.
Well, it's his initials, I assume, but
I remember about half the
regardless.
time.
I remember. Yeah, I remember it all the time now, just because he usually lets us know too. He's like, "It's Sowski. Oh, don't forget about me. You sick
Well,
New York
I
fuck."
would love to, like, not a lot, but a couple of you guys have asked if you know, you could get a cut. I would love to send them out. Now my my question is, how do you ship a clone?
Best way, unrooted. Just a snip.
Literally,
Yeah.
you chop it off the plant, you wrap it up, and you send it on its way.
Yep.
Would you put like a wet paper towel around it or
Wet
what?
paper,
Anything?
wet paper towel works. I usually just like to use a seed starting cube, like a wet seed starting cube, and just get the process started for you. I'll dip it in clone gel, throw it in a fucking cube, and you're ready to rock. Or honestly, even just I've sent them just they're pretty resilient. I've sent them just in bags with no wrapping, just like a moist, semi-moist bag, a little bit of humidity in there. Close up the Ziploc bag, pack them, ship them. Then what you
Shit.
want to do when you get the cutting is cut it the end off so it's fresh, and
Like
then
a fresh snip
yep,
at the end of it. Gotcha.
and then just root it however you normally would.
So I mean, I guess that takes a lot of a lot of stress out of it. It's by
People
far the
wait tend to
easiest way. You know,
people
like
tend
I
to
was thinking
overthink
I'd
it.
have to root it. You know,
Yeah,
like how am I
no,
gonna? I mean, dude, for Christ's sake, when you when you Google shipping clones, right? They have these contraptions that
with
include
lights on
like
them and shit.
LED lights. For
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck's sake, man!
yeah,
I'm thinking like,
yeah.
It's
so
like
Yeah,
clamshell cases with lights in them.
it's.
that's
I mean,
wild.
it's not the worst idea. Look, I have a couple of those apparatuses. It's not the worst idea, right? Um, because technically, like if it's in transit for like let's say some shit happens and it takes 2 weeks to get to your, it might die without light for that long. Um, they don't need a lot of light. Like people tend to overthink this. Like this little thing over my shoulder here. I'm using like these little LED strip light things to clone with. Um,
Now, all right. So you've said that a bunch, man. Now, could you give me like a PPFD, like a number on that?
no,
Like you got like a photon app you could stick
no. If
under
I had
that?
to guess somewhere like 50
All
ppfds,
right,
like
like
you don't
very low.
you,
All right,
you
that's
don't
what I
need
was
a
gonna
lot.
say. Under 100.
Yeah, even less than that, I think is
Word.
fine.
Cool. So, like, all right. So, like, if it's that easy, I mean, and then it just takes like kind of like makes the burden of responsibility is on the receiver of the clone then to like to root it and get it going.
Yeah,
It's not like I gotcha. All right.
yeah. A lot of times, if you put them in the cube and you send them to them in the cube, they can leave it right in the bag and clone in the fucking sandwich bag. I've shown people that before. The sandwich bag tech. It's literally as easy as it fucking gets to clone a plant. It'll work. It's not my preferred method. I've said it before, but it
Yeah.
works pretty much every time. What you would do is you leave it in the bag, right, in a cube or whatever, and just give it light, right, and open that bag up once a day. Let some fresh air in. I never completely seal it all the way. I always leave it open just a touch, and it's the perfect environment. It stays humid. That and they'll root right in the bag. You could see the roots,
It's awesome.
poking out. And once you see that, you're good to go. Just put it in your medium of choice.
Mm-hmm. Well, that makes it easy as fuck. All right.
Yeah.
Then couple weeks, man, after unfortunately I got to get rid of this mama plant. I don't even think like the snips off her would be worth it at this point because again, like it's super woody.
Yeah, well, you got
Past that
fresh
point.
fresh plants now anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
I bet you the mom's not in the best of health, right?
no. I mean, because I haven't had tent space for her either, so it's been like it's been sitting kind of in the dark, like in the middle of the lung room without a light for the better part of 2 weeks. And it's amazing how good she looks
You mean
for
like this
that.
thing?
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
but 10 times that size,
Yeah,
at
yeah, but
least.
it's the same scenario. Like I
Yeah,
took cuttings from her, they've rooted. I need to do something with her. She barely gets any light.
yeah.
Um,
Same
so
situation.
yep,
Yeah, it's like,
she gets
They
ambient
are
light.
miraculous. They're weeds. They want to grow.
Yeah, it's
they
still alive.
do.
Like, and I could
Yeah,
revitalize this plant if
oh,
I
for
want to.
sure. If you
Look at
put
the
that
stem.
back under light and,
Look how thick the stem is. I mean, this fucking thing.
wow.
It'll
In a tiny pot, too.
Yeah, this is like a one go.
It's old. It must be old. Well, so yeah, that's again before we keep on rattling on about shipping clones. That is my reason for like snuffing a plant. Is I don't have space for her, and she's served her purpose, and
Mm.
you know,
Yeah. If
gonna
if I
say
had
goodbye.
unlimited space, I would never snuff a plant unless it was unhealthy or a harm. Like a plant like that, I wouldn't have just put her out to the pasture. I would have fucking just thrown her in a room and flipped it.
Well, that was my next question. Was like instead of just she's this huge mother plant. Like if I had a spare tent and a light, could I, you know, flip her to flower? Is
Yeah.
there any harm in like
Mm-hmm.
this? I've had this mother plant in a pot for let's say 6 months now. It's not. It's
Yeah.
probably like
I'd say if you were gonna flip it, you'd probably want to transplant it because it's probably root bound at this point.
yeah, root. It's definitely root bound. It's not like the happiest or healthiest it's ever been. It's like, is it even worth flowering? Probably not. Probably
Mm-hmm.
not. Just starting fresh with clones of her and new mama plants. So when the mamas are ready, cuts shall be provided to those who want.
$700.
no, no, man. I mean, like, listen, I'll give them away. Like you part of the crew, no charge, no worries. You pay for shipping. It's all good. Of course, you got to let me know how you like them. I truly think like this
Over easy.
Like, what, your eggs? I like them poached, man. Over
Yeah.
easy's good though.
Poach is good. Poach is good.
Anything with a runny yolk.
Yeah.
But for anyone who gets one, you gotta honestly let me know. Be honest. But I think this shit like could fill facilities. I think it's that good. Like it's some of the best weed I've ever smoked. It really is. And like everything about it, like I've talked about, is from the texture to the smell, the taste, and I mean it's awesome. And look, I'm talking about it. I got this much left. Look at that. Oh, so sad. Like two little buds, but I'm gonna like let this. You know how long this will last me.
Try to get it in a smaller jar.
Savor it. I know, for
Mm-hmm.
sure. It's the other thing. I should probably just smoke it all in a fucking BGG size cone.
Go out and blaze a glory.
Goes dry. Yeah, right. Just
before it all
ride off
becomes
into the
CBN.
sunset. For sure, yeah. But like while it still has its mojo,
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're running the risk of just smoking it and it just ain't the same.
Right.
Yeah, I hate when that happens. Like you get some bud that, and it just wasn't stored correctly. It happens to me sometimes. I don't like tighten the jar all the way or whatever, and yeah, lose its luster a little quicker than you would have liked.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, this stuff again. I think it would do well in the market. But yeah, anyone who wants some, it's available from the captain and the captain only. Just DM me, hit me up in the Discord, whatever. But it'll be a couple weeks still. I'm not ready yet. Mama's not ready.
You're asking for trouble announcing that on a podcast, but okay.
I mean, there's a limited supply, so like I'm just saying, like, I reserve the right to say no.
Yep.
Or that there aren't enough, but
Or go
I
fuck
know.
yourself.
Oh yeah, or go fuck it. I know.
Yep.
Exactly. But first couple people that ask for sure. I know. What have I done? What am I getting myself into? Jeez.
What have I done?
Free clones. The best weed I've ever smoked. The fuck? People are thinking, is this guy retarded? Could make money. Do you like money? No. No, I know. What have I done? I'm gonna grind some up and smoke some to get my mind off it.
There you go.
But yeah, so I want to complain real quick too. My wife broke my bong. Very upset
Which
about
Did
it.
you
part?
cut her with the
outside,
shards?
the down stem, or what?
The whole thing. It shattered in
Oh,
two. Like it was like in more pieces than like very, very bad break. Even I'm sure you all remember my show bong, right? This is its bigger brother, which I call like this is my daily driver right here that sits on the coffee table downstairs most of the time, but I said I'm taking it for the show tonight, right? Real nice. You know how I like my ash catchers. Even the ash catcher was broken. It was that bad.
Oh,
No.
Total loss.
traumatic death.
Total fucking loss. So, got to get a new one. But in the meantime, I got this one which I do love. It's like a M&M Tech or B&B. Is that what? I don't know. What letters are those? Is it an E? Is it a 3? A W? It could be
Doesn't
a
matter.
W.
Yeah.
Depends how you look at it. It's all
Unless I'm like a glass collector looking for like boutique glass, I don't give a fuck who makes it. If it looks good and it's decent, like I like for cheap run of the mill glass. I like these diamond beakers.
yeah, that's a nice size.
Yeah, it's just the perfect size for me. It's like
I'm never happy with cheap run of the mill glass.
Yeah. See, I just don't give a fuck.
I need the glass to be thick, but like, so honestly, this is a little bit too big for my purposes anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I really only like will fill this thing up 2/3 of the way and then take the rip because it's just like
It's a lot of lung space.
off a lot.
I just feel like the bigger they are, the more you have to strain to clear it.
Right, the less flavor.
I just like
I like
nice
smaller ones.
little toots. Toot toot.
But man, I was so upset. I'm so upset to see that one go. But
did you attempt to cut her with the shards?
No, no.
I'm just kidding.
I like she felt bad, of course. Like she felt totally.
Shit happens. I mean, every bong breaks eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, there, Kush Cat. What up, man? So this is the bong that you smoked from, brother. This is the one you shared on my coffee table with me. He actually paid me a visit in person, live and in the flesh. It was awesome.
We were hitting fucking. We were doing bong hits at your house. Is that the one we were smoking on?
Yeah, it must have been.
Well,
so yeah, this one I love, and I'm gonna take a nice fat one of my Rom Scotty #1.
R.I.P. Old Mom.
You want clones? Free clones. Come ask me. I have free clones. The free clone clown.
You could start a new IG. There you go.
The free clone clown.
Oh.
Like, who is this guy? He's got killer weed.
He's the free clown. Mommy, I want to be like him.
Oh my god. It still has the mojo. It still has the sauce. No, seriously, like killer weed. This stuff is so good. I was taken on a trip very recently over the weekend to a New Jersey dispensary.
The hell are you going there
I know,
for?
right? Right. Just because, wanted to go get some of that rec market weed across the border in New Jersey, see what's going on over there.
Oh my god, their
Plus, I had a
prices
ride.
are insane.
I didn't want to go. I had buddy wanted to go, so I hitched a ride. Like, want to hang? Go get some weed? Sure. So went and checked it out. Listen, it was 10 a.m. and it was a packed house, a line out the door, like 15, 20 people long at 10 a.m. waiting for rec market weed.
What the fuck?
And no lie, and like in the freezing cold, it was like 4 degrees or whatever it was with wind chill. We're just standing out there like, you guys gonna get the cookies? Here, it's really good. We're standing out here in the cold for the cookies. It better be good. So I get inside, and the store itself is nice. They got all the standard shit. I was there I was checking out their live rosins and their live rosin pens. Looking at the prices of the herb too. G3, it was ridiculously expensive. Like, I can't even believe we're talking live rosin grams, $100.
Yeah, that's your
$100.
first problem. Is first you went to a rec market, which is just insane. Second, did you buy things on sale or were they full price?
There was very little that was on sale. So and it was all full
I don't know
price.
about the New Jersey market, but I do know the PA market, and they just have rotating sales all the time. So nobody buys anything full price. You just shop the sales.
Now,
A race to the
I guess
bottom.
that doesn't like extend necessarily to the rec market in New
No, rec is
Jersey,
a
which is all
different
like,
beast.
yeah, it's totally different. You get like the dregs too. There's no selection. There was like a couple different types of weed available, and it was all like at least $40 an eighth. At
I'm
least it
so
ranged from
surprised to hear
40
that.
to 70 for the
Now,
cookies.
is the rec market new in New Jersey?
It's pretty new, yeah. Within
Okay.
like 2-3
Within the last 2
years.
years, I
That's
think.
how Massachusetts was when it first opened up. Now, like, people are getting fucking eights for $25 out the door for less than 30.
I mean, you figure it's got to get there eventually. I mean, but like the quality will probably go down as well. Like, and that was probably the most disappointing part of the whole thing, is that like, and the reason I bring it up is because like the weed that I got or that we got, it wasn't nothing special. It wasn't nothing to write home about or wait out in the fucking cold for at 10 a.m. and pay top dollar for top shelf prices. Like, it was nothing special, man. And it was just like, yeah, it kind of sucks, What are
That's
you
just
gonna
how
do?
it goes.
You mean we're smoking dog shit, man?
Did that come through? It sounded.
It did.
Didn't. But yeah, we were kind of smoking that dog shit, that rec market dog shit. What are you gonna do?
Not worth the drive,
Yeah.
that's for sure. Grow your own.
Oh, absolutely. You know how badly I wanted to pass out
Is
flyers.
home
Like,
grow
hey,
legal in Jersey? Anybody know off the top of their head?
nope,
Great question.
it is not.
Wow. That is fucking
That is
whack.
sick.
It is not. And on top of that, okay, listen to this. See, this will get people's gears going. This will grind your gears a little bit. So I picked up a pamphlet at the door there that said like, "Do you want to become a caregiver for New Jersey medical patients?" I was like, I sure as fuck do. How cool would that be? If you know, I don't know. I'm sure I couldn't cross the border or whatever, but there's a will, there's a way, kind of thing. At least I want to check it out. This is not caregiver in the traditional sense of the word. This is like, do you want to drive to the dispensary and buy top dollar like bunkweed for your medical patient? Like, this is not grow for a person who needs it. This is like, no,
Oh yeah, it's just
you can
the
be the
gopher.
person who buys it for them.
Hmm.
What the fuck?
That's what a caregiver is.
Yeah, you're the caregiver. You're the person who drives to the dispo and hands money to the bud tender.
That's
So
totally not how it works here.
you are the caregiver.
Wow. Okay. So you're a fucking gopher, like G3 said.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's basically like if you can get multiple people under you and they give you their orders and
How do
it's
you make any
placed.
money?
I guess there's a upcharge or
I
a
imagine, yeah, it's
flat
like
delivery fee maybe, or
I don't know.
maybe
It
it's
sounds
like
like you can
maybe
make
fucking
more
a
money
lot of
fucking
Uber weeds.
yeah, I mean, you can make
It's
more money doing like Uber Eats from the sounds of it. I don't know.
yeah. Well, some of the ones I see, because Pennsylvania is not a rec market. We're medical only. So our caregivers, like say woman can't walk and her husband is her caregiver. So he can come into the dispensary and buy weed for her. Because
he's
are
just
we
the
like
designate, but it's like I
yeah.
just mean like the word caregiver, at least to me, like is a very specific thing in like the legal market, you know, and we all know what that is as growers. When we get excited when we hear it or see it, it's like, oh, the loophole for the small guy to get the license to grow, you know, X number of plants for the medical patient in like a home grow operation, right? Like they do it in Maine, they do it in other states like that.
Dude, it's fucking I made a
This is
living
not
setting people
the
up like
way
that
they're
in
using this
Massachusetts.
word. This should what they should call it is like designated weed buying person. Because
Yeah.
really, it's like you're not the caregiver. You are literally like you're drive like and it's there are people who need that. I'm not like disputing that part of it at all. I'm just saying like
I think it's supposed to be used in a way that they are saying this is the person who actually does medically care for this person. I think it originated with kids under the age of 18 or people who weren't able to go by themselves. And so these people that were signed up had to actually show that they were in some ways responsible for this person.
hmm,
You know, like little when PA first went medical, they didn't have flour for years and years and years. They just had RSO and I think tinctures, and that was it.
yeah. I remember that. And then like
Yep,
when they first got flour, it was like there was none of it.
right. So a lot of it, when it was like truly medical program, when the reason anxiety didn't exist to get the
Yeah.
okay to get medical weed, it was for like, little kids who would have seizures.
Mm-hmm.
And so their parents would be getting tinctures for them. So they were their caregivers. It would be, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I know I
But
totally get it.
as like
But
Pennsylvania is now rec in a trench coat, it's been like bastardized like everything else that
yeah,
the program has.
that's kind of what I'm saying is just like it was a real letdown to see like that there's no loophole here for the little guy in this state. Like there's
No.
no caregivers. It's only the licensed growers who are able to sell their medicine to the medical market, the rec market, and like the medical market gets the better stuff, clearly, because the stuff in the rec market was just like, yeah, it was the dregs, you know? So I don't know, man. It was just like bring me back 2002, and my dude down the street, who I didn't know where he got it from, I didn't care. I did have to sit in his living room for like an uncomfortable amount of time and watch him play GTA while pretending to, like, feigning interest about his personal life and stuff while I waited for it. But I preferred that. I preferred
Yeah.
that to the lines
Yeah.
in the cold. And
See, rec ruined medical in Michigan, and it's the same thing here in Mass. The only advantage to having a medical card here in Mass is that you can, I think, you can possess more, and um, you don't pay tax on it. So, you know, you do save quite a few bucks there. But the flour is the same. Just well, it, there really isn't. Um, I mean, the medical dispensaries tried to survive at first here, but I mean, there's not enough business to fucking keep the doors open, and there's way too many of them. And now in Mass, it's not like Michigan, but it's getting close. There's like dispensaries on every fucking corner. They're everywhere in almost every city.
are there like an increasing amount of licenses in the state then too to supply the weed? That's the question
I
ultimately
guess I haven't
for all
really
of
been.
us.
I just haven't really been paying
I
attention.
know.
It's
It's
just
just that's what we
it
all want to know. It's
it's
just
flooded. What I've noticed is a lot of the bigger ones have not done well here. It's the more of the like boutique brands, I guess you'd say, smaller mom and pop operations that because believe it or not, they can keep costs low as well. Like people assume that when you scale up, everything gets a little bit cheaper. Obviously, it's more expensive, but like cost per gram goes down, and that's not necessarily the fucking case. Plus, their weed sucks. So, what I've noticed is a lot of the smaller size to mid-size operations have done well, or at least still able to maintain business. But I there are also dispensaries closing down, and shops closing down too. But I think the market here is still has a long way to go to be able to
it's
like.
so strange, man. Like honestly, 'cause I hear that and I think like, maybe they are doing something right in New Jersey then. Like if there's a fucking line out the door at the local dispo for whatever it is that is at, like, not
I don't
even the
think that
greatest
speaks
weed.
to the dispensary. I think that speaks to weed as a whole and
I
how
think that
much
just speaks to the
humans
market, and
rely on
maybe
it.
the regulated market does, like, it does affect the supply and therefore the demand. Like there's push and a pull there, and like, yeah, the prices are high, and like this, like, the quality isn't as great as you'd like it to be, but like at least the I don't know. The market's not flooded. The prices haven't sunk to the bottom, and like suppliers are able to survive. Dispos are able to survive. Like
But it's a
there's
it's a race to the bottom. That's
there's
just how
got
it
to be a
is.
middle ground. Is my
There real
thought. I don't
there
know.
there there really isn't. It's a race to the fucking bottom. I mean, I was talking to somebody that's been in the game for a long time, and they were saying that they don't see it like even too far into the future where like fucking you can get a pound delivered to your house for like $200. Um, and I really I was thinking about it and I was like, man, that sounds crazy, but you know what? I really don't see it being too far off. Um, which is
Dude, you know how much
crazy.
you know how much that would have cost me back in 2002 from my dude down the street.
It would have been like $3,500
It would
for
he would have been like, "What do you want? All right,
yeah.
that's gonna take me a week. I need the cash up front." But yeah, like it would have been more money than you'd want it to
For
be.
really good weed, like it was expensive, But yeah. So I don't know. The bottom line is I'll always still want to grow my own. Um, It's
Yeah, but
fun.
at 200 for a pound, like, is it even worth it anymore? Or is it
That
just
and that's
like,
what he was saying. He's
yeah,
like, all these things you have now are fucking toys, your little grow lights and stuff like that, and it's cool, right? But like at the end of the day, when with the cost of electricity, again, is the juice worth the squeeze? And at that point, like I said, I'd still it's a hobby for me. I'd still
yeah, yeah, yeah,
want to grow. Like
yeah.
I fucking play guitar. That's expensive,
Yeah.
fucking buy guitars,
Hobbies are
right?
expensive, exactly.
So
That's why we do them. Well,
that's just the way it is. Same thing, like another hobby I have, RC cars. I can't even tell you how much I've fucking spent on RC cars. It it doesn't matter. It's a hobby. Who gives a fuck?
that's right. Life's short. Enjoy your hobbies.
Plus, I like the weed I grow. Like I know what's put into it.
That's a big part of it for me, honestly, and the variety that you're able to access. I mean, the flooded market is just all the same type of stuff too. It's all the same stuff. If you want those super focusy sativas like G3 loves, you're gonna have a tough time finding
See,
that.
Badger's saying right here, 400 or 500 a pound, Michigan right now. He's not lying.
Good lord, that's even
So
that's cheap, man. That's
yeah,
super
so
cheap.
so like in the not too distant future, when somebody's telling me that they believe you can get a pound delivered to your house for $200,
Yeah, that's like
it,
$40 an ounce.
it's hard to fucking tell them that they're crazy.
Yeah, right. Ah, good lord. Well,
It's a plant that magically makes more of herself like immediately. it it's easy to grow. Like there's no reason why it should cost a lot of money.
so that's honestly what worries me about, like, it is easy to grow. So, like, there's not much of a barrier to entry for anyone who wants to grow this plant. I feel like the legal market wants to take home grow rights away for
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
very reason,
Hmm.
Listen, they've
because
been
they
pushing for
know it
this.
is easy.
Yeah, but here's the thing: if the prices get to where they are, like where we're talking about, a couple $100 for a pound of weed, they're not going to give a flying fuck about your home grow,
Well, because
right?
99% of people just
Well,
buy
how?
it. Yeah.
Because there ain't going to be anybody in their right mind growing and trying to sell it right at that price. I mean, like, how are you possibly going to sell unless you have fucking free electricity and slave labor? Um, so yeah, I mean,
And
I don't know.
it's the whole progression of, like, yeah, that, like we've talked about it with when beer was legalized and alcohol after prohibition. It was like these very few license holders that did it, and it was a consolidated thing. And then after time, the market opened up, the laws loosened, and the market demanded a craft product. That's what has to happen again. Is this? It's all got to collapse in on itself and, like, become, corporate fucking bunkweed. What do they call it? Boof, corporate boof weed. And then, like, the market will demand
No.
focusy sativas that taste like mangoes. Like, we want this. We need it back. And
I think we'll
the
get
laws
there.
will change. Home grow rights will be reinstated. Like, keep all your clones is what I'm saying. Keep
Lo-
all your clones and your seeds, no
I
matter
can tell
what they
you,
tell you.
as far as like laws go, like the current laws that exist as far as home grow, it's going to be hard to change those in just about every state you're talking about. Laws don't often change. Okay, it's harder to change a law. That's why it's important for these states when things go legal. If you don't like the bill for whatever reason, because like let's just say it doesn't include home grow, then don't vote for it. People think it's it's a step in the right direction, right? Like
Well, it's
that's
not
just
the
not how
yeah. If
that's
it's
not
not
how
the
it
full
works.
step, it's not. Yeah,
No,
it's not the
that
right
not
step.
because I can fucking guarantee you that like, let's pass rec. Everybody's gonna think, oh, that's cool. Now we have rec weed. But if home grow isn't in the bill, it ain't ever fucking
Yeah,
coming. It ain't coming.
I feel
It
like you're
never
right.
is coming because what do they have to gain to let that in? What? They're going to make a small minority of people happy. They don't gain any money from allowing you to home grow, whether you're selling it on the black market or not. They actually lose money if you're growing your own because you're not going to be going to them to buy it. So there's no incentive. The only way that it ever gets into the bill in the first place is because of the demand from the people, right, to get that bill to pass. So that's why it's important to not fucking just accept the bullshit like what's happening in New Jersey right now
Yeah.
with no home grow. That ain't ever gonna change.
Those poor people waiting out in the cold, dude. I just wanted to yell to all of them, like, you can grow your own. Tune
There's a
in
better
9 p.m.
way.
on Tuesday nights. YouTube. Put up a captain sticker right outside the dispo. You know, got to have like a word bubble coming out of his mouth that just says like, I don't know. But what would the captain say? Right after you buy a Mylar pack of cookies right at the dispo. Like, shame
Don't
on
get
you,
caught.
grow your own. don't get caught, exactly. You know what was awful sad too, and I gotta say, was seeing the litter of the Mylar packs all over the
Ugh,
main street of the
God.
town. It was everywhere. Everywhere. Man, people just like making a bad name for us out there.
The packaging alone is ridiculous in some
I
of these
hate
things.
weed packaging. I really do.
Yeah. There's a guy I work with that showed me one. It was like it was wrapped in layers upon layers. I'm all to get to a fucking couple of little nugs. I was like, holy shit. What's the cost for that too? Like, but I feel like these guys, the cultivators out there and the facilities, they're doing anything they can to try to stand out. Yeah, something should be done about it, but
that's irregardless of the people selling them. Like when we buy them, just make sure you throw it in the garbage. You lazy stoners. But you know what else I love about this? As I clear my throat, but a bong rip of that caliber that I just took, any other strain, and I'd be unable to talk right now, coughing my fucking brains out. It's smooth. It's like got this velvety texture, just like coats your lungs. Kind of feels good.
Okay. Coating your
No,
lungs.
it's a weird word to use describing
That is
smoke.
weird. Yep.
But,
That's weird.
welcome the growing goat. New sub. I see a couple new names.
Ooh.
Talking my TV. I kind of like that. Yeah.
Welcome.
Guys.
Welcome. You don't know what you got into.
You
have no idea. No idea.
We now have your social security number.
I wanted to bring up one of our Patreon's gardens. Show you some of his whatever he's got going on. We'll let you guys decide.
Any peyote?
We're coming in. A little bit of a delay. Hang with me.
Beep, bop, boop, beep.
There we go. All right. So we are in the garden of. Let me double check. Hold on.
Wow.
Ohio Autoflowers. I'm sorry. I wanted to get
Cap.
it right. We have a couple Ohio growers in our
We
Discord,
do.
and I
We
wanted to
love
get it
our
right. Ohio Autoflowers, who, just by sheer coincidence, is the latest Discord member, our Patreon Discord member, to have his own like channel. Know what I mean? So he got his channel very recently, like in December, and all these pictures are from within the last month. So I wanted to just honor the new guy here tonight. We show no bias. You can be the newest member of the crew, and we'll bring you up on the show. First thing I notice, he's got one of those cool, like aero pots, is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Love those. They're so expensive, though.
They kind of make me uncomfortable.
Too many ribs.
I'm just like, I don't know. There's something about it that just doesn't sit right with me.
I think it is it. I, never mind. I'm not gonna go there.
Holy shit. I didn't expect that at all. Oh my god. It's one of the funniest things. Oh my god. I'm
my
crying.
gosh. Yeah.
I'm
Crying as well. Yeah.
Yeah, no, now that I'm thinking about it. Oh my god.
It's fucking awesome.
Oh, classic moment of our show. Unscripted. You just never know what you're gonna get. I fucking love it. That makes me uncomfortable too, G3. No, it looks like a sea urchin or something. And not to mention, I feel like it would hurt if it were inserted into any orifice.
What? No.
Because that's got to be what we're all thinking about. I mean, come on. I'm just going to say it.
Anyway,
anything shaped like that, you just don't. Just bad thoughts are conjured.
Those pots are super effective, though. I think for what they are.
Super effective for growing plants.
Yep.
Oh man. Ribbed for the plant's pleasure. That's what we got here from Badger's Bunk. I love it. So the point of this, the reason we're doing this is for root, like it's
similar benefits to a fabric pot.
Yes, and what's the word I'm looking for? Like it's a
air pruning.
Air pruning. Thank you. An air pruning effect that takes place, so the roots just don't spiral around. And this, I don't know if that's more effective than a fabric pot, but it certainly looks intimidating. It looks something futuristic. I don't know, steampunk,
armored.
It's cool, whatever it is. So he's got a nice looking, like, I see a plant like this. I see a guy using these pots. He's got rice hulls in his soil. I see a lot of things going on here that makes me believe this is an auto. About day 12 when it looks like that. Got some more here though. He's got the peanut butter breath. He's got the maybe 2 peanut butter breaths, a ghost pepper, and orange habaneros. I don't believe those are cannabis plants. Those look like they're going in his outdoor garden.
You could try smoking them.
Ouch.
Ooh, yeah, really. But really, the orange habanero, if I could zoom in on that little seedling right there, it does look like a little baby weed plant. At that age, they're indistinguishable.
Listen, we gotta interrupt you. Shout out to the last 2 comments. We have Grow Dots, and then the next comment. Fuck Grow Dots.
Oh, it's so funny. I mean, I don't know. It's what you got. Use them. You know what I mean?
I hear they work pretty well. I've never used them myself, but yeah, it's kind of funny.
I feel like any one part, like slow release fertilizer's it's gonna just inherently run into a couple issues. I feel like we all know that instinctually, and we want to believe it's not the case. But let's move on. I want to believe. So he's got a nice Waze camera, or like I have the same one. It's like a fucking, I think it's a Waze camera.
Waze is the GPS app.
That's what I mean. Wise. Yeah,
you sound like a fucking boomer.
And one of those cameras he can like log in on his phone and spy on his plants from afar.
Oh,
That's funny.
fuck.
He's
Heel
got
plant
so
creeper
one
camera.
looks like two are in like 5-gallon pots, and one's in like a 1-gallon little plastic. Ooh, I love this picture.
Great view. A little bit of
Right?
everything going
Look
on.
at his
Yeah.
little shelf. So well organized. He's got like a seedling tent, maybe two like, flower tents, or a veg tent and a flower tent. I don't know. I just love this area. He's got it all going on, man. You can tell this guy, if he's new, he's got a lot of passion behind what he's doing. It's just good to see that.
Beautiful.
Little clone domes. He's got the little shovel in the soil, like soil moisture meter. A couple of sticky traps. Don't look like there's too much on there.
That's not cannabis.
No, those are good looking peppers though. He likes the spice. He's a spicy boy. And I wonder if this is like, I was thinking he just loves those little orange uh like uh um, I don't know what I'm thinking.
Today, Junior.
Nursery pots is what. Nursery pots. I know. Jeez, my stuttering is getting out of control. Love the rice hulls on the soil. Classic. Like, man, it's just such a good mulch layer.
I love that little shovel.
Right?
It's fucking badass,
cute.
actually.
I wonder where he got that. Just like
probably like a Lego shovel or some
Yeah.
shit. Model toy shovel.
Now, what's funny is he's got a little rice plant growing up here. I noticed that. I see those all the time. Just have like a
From the rice hull?
yeah. Sometimes like a spare one gets. I'm not really sure
That's
like,
fucking wild.
how rice works, but like every once in a while, yeah, you get a fucking rice plant popping up.
Mm.
You gonna flower that one out, bro?
Take it like 12 weeks.
So cool looking plant. Cool looking plant.
Super sativa.
I love the auto. He's got the auto pots now in this tent. Again, like I said, this guy's got it all going on. That's why I wanted to show you guys.
I feel like
he's got some mojo.
I'm pretty baked right now, but I feel like we have you've shown me 18 tents.
He at least had
He's got
3.
some space. Yeah.
He at least had 3. So like he had the one with the peppers and the one like this. This could be the one on like the far right of that view. Or we're looking at a progression of like a new grower's like growing addiction to the hobby, and he's just filling the same tent with an ever increasing amount of stuff. Like, now I have auto pots. You know what I mean? Now I have just who knows what we'll see next. Love the little hygrometer on the tent. What's the that could be it's tough to see. I'm sorry, guys. But it's this little I think it's another camera in the middle of the tent. Citrus bubblegum sounds like a good sativa. Baby plant coming up. A little peat plug.
Little youngin.
Little riot cube or something like that. An alebrije. An autoflower.
Cute.
And yeah, that's all. That's all. I mean, I'm not again not sure if we're seeing. I think what we just saw was his 3 tenths. I get the feeling that these are like just just look at how clean the tent is. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Look at how like
Mm-hmm.
fresh this equipment is. I feel like this is a guy who just got into this and he's like hitting the gates running,
I like it.
right? I just It's a great setup. Again, I can see the passion behind it, and it's like it's energizing me, my jaded old grower soul. So thank you, Ohio Auto Flowers. Much appreciated. We appreciate your support too.
Absolutely. Thank you for your support.
So much.
If you want to support us, you can head over to our Patreon page. That's the best way to do that. Or you could just join
Or
the Discord.
like, comment,
helps.
share, all
Yeah.
that stuff.
If
You
you
guys
don't
want to
have
learn about a
money,
terpene real quick?
oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Let's
All
do
right.
it.
Yeah.
Which one we
All
have
right.
tonight?
I don't even
Tonight
know
we're
we
talking
have
about
any left.
geraniol. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. So there's like
Obscure
400
terpenes.
terpenes in the world. We are not even going to cover remotely close to a lot of them. We're just going to cover the big ones that you see in cannabis. So, geraniol. So, geraniol, you can guess, is also found in geraniums, lemongrass, roses, things like that. It has this very citrus, rose, sweet floral smell to it. And this stuff is extremely volatile. So, a little bit goes a long way, produces a lot of scent. So you can smell a little bit of it in like a large space. So it's a monoterpenoid, has that same formula, C10H18O. The strains that you'll find this thing in are like Tahoe G, Purple Punch, and Strawberry Cough. So this is, like I said before, we're dealing with the much smaller terpenes now. So these will still have an effect on the body, just not as huge of an effect as something like if the limonene is really high, or myrcene or beta caryophyllene that you find in much larger amounts. So geraniol, you will find it, just smaller amounts. This, like most of them, is like antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, antifungal, and it has been shown to be anti-cancer for multiple different types: breast, lung, colon, prostate, pancreas, liver. All of those have been shown to reduce, decrease, or have better markers based on using that in different studies. So the two interesting things, really interesting things about this is that geraniol is the terpene that honeybees use to communicate their territory. So honeybees mark with geraniol.
No shit.
Yep.
Interesting.
And they're just starting to study these things more and more, especially in cannabis and how it affects the body. But there is some beginning to be suggestions that geraniol may actually bind to the endocannabinoid system, which is not common among terpenes. In fact, the only other one that they know does that is beta caryophyllene. And where we talked before about how beta caryophyllene is kind of half terpene, half cannabinoid because it can bind to your CB2 receptors. So geraniol possibly can bind to your CB1 receptors, meaning that it can directly influence your cannabinoid system, which is really interesting because the other terpenes don't do that. So there could be a lot of interesting effects and advantages for that happening.
You know what's also interesting to me is geranium oil is often used in IPMs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's kind of full circle. Funny.
Yep. I absolutely believe it. That defense mechanism. So yeah. Yay, geraniol.
Yep. And
Little but mighty.
my son thought it smelled like perfume.
Yes.
Geranium oil. Yeah.
It is. It's used in so many different cosmetics and fragrances, like lotions and cleaning products and things like that, because it's so highly volatile. That has that little bit goes a long way as far as the scent department. So they can use small amounts of it to make a big effect scent wise. So, and it smells really nice. It's like sugary and floral and a
Mm.
little bit of citrus.
Geranium oil.
Geranium.
Now, so
Interesting.
is that what the terpene, like, if you were to encounter, let's say in the rare instance, you were to be able to breed cannabis that's like super high in geraniol?
Mm-hmm.
Geraniol? Like,
Mm-hmm.
would it smell like geraniums?
Yeah, I would imagine it
Yeah.
does. It
Just
would.
like very floral. Like
Mm-hmm. Yep.
potpourri.
Because that's where you
Cool.
find that specific terpene in highest concentrations in nature itself is in geranium oil, and then some other ones. That rose has a little bit of in
Yeah,
it because it has that floral sweetness
and
to
then
it.
honeybee hives, then of course,
Mm-hmm.
because they're harvesting geranium.
Nettie, we've kicked down your door before. Don't get offended.
You can't kick down your door every time, brother. But no, come on, maybe
All right,
next
everybody
time. I gotta
Discord and go look at
your
Nettie's
channel.
plants.
He
Go
does
look
kill
at
it every fucking time.
I will. I'll go.
And he's one of the
I'll go
realest
look.
motherfuckers on Discord. I love Nettie.
He's
a good
got a
dude.
good auto. So go look at Nettie's autos. Like I said, he's one of the best. He's a
Give the guy
master
some
of his
attention.
craft. So geraniol.
Mm-hmm.
What else do we have? G3. Anything like, you know? Yeah. What else we got?
I'm not sure. I'll have to check I mean, there's like some much smaller ones, like terpenine is kind of like terpinolene.
It's just like these like outer. I feel like we're at the edge of the solar system now. We're talking about like Pluto
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
and like the planets beyond Pluto. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I mean, these are in very small amounts in cannabis, but they do have an effect on your body. It's interesting to
Yeah.
learn about how super multifaceted it is. So, I mean, there's little things like fentanyl alcohol and I can't even think of ones that
Well,
we haven't covered yet.
it's all interesting because, like, again, like you just never with the breeding that's taken place in the community. That's why it's so cool being a part of this community. Like we see all the work going on and like the people crossing these crazy plants together and the genetics we have access to as home growers that you'll never find in the fucking New Jersey recreational dispo. Like, for Christ's sake, anything to your heart's content, you can find anything. And then if that's not enough, you can make it. You want to make the strain high in geranium?
Geraniol.
I don't want to say geraniums. Geraniol. You want to be that breeder who makes that strain? Go for it. Be that guy.
Do it.
Yep. You can find it. I mean, there is some breeding stuff I've seen. Like osamine is also a pretty, it used to be much more of a lower end to terpene, but all of a sudden you're seeing it in huge amounts in sunflower. So they absolutely can be bred to different terp profiles. We know this. You pick your favorite.
It's like, yeah, you just enough work. Those, I'm sure those can be brought to the forefront with enough work. Well, I don't know. It's just there's endless possibilities
Yep.
within the plant itself. It's just like who knows? I never even heard of this before, so I'm happy we were able to learn today what the outer solar system terpenes exist. But they still affect us when we consume this plant. It's like, and we have no fucking idea which one of these is like the one that turns the light switch on in your THC receptors, like that in your dopamine receptors. And who knows which one it is that's gonna just turn your brain on. I don't know. So
And everybody's system is completely different. There's suggestions that people with ADHD experience opposite reactions to people who are neurotypical with certain strains. Like sativas can make them calm, whereas indicas can make them like up and driven. So Everybody is
Sounds
different.
like exactly how like Ritalin would affect a person with ADHD or not, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yep, those stimulants calm us down.
Interesting.
Yeah, like they give Adderall or Ritalin to a person with like hyperactivity. Never made sense to me, right? Until like they gave it to me for the same for the same reason, and then I'm like sitting there in class, like, oh my god, I'm so chill right now. But I don't know, it calms you down, it calms you right the fuck down if you have ADHD.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if not, like, you know, people use it like cocaine, like a amateur cocaine. You know, it's a very strange thing. The brain is just
Yep.
wired differently for everyone. I don't know. That's the point.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just never know when this minor cannabinoid, like ain't nobody even heard of before, is gonna be the one that like just does it for you. I don't know.
Yeah, everybody's
cool.
affected differently by the plant. You know, some people like different things. That's what's cool about it. There's a lot of variety out there.
There is,
Yeah,
man.
definitely variety.
It's
All
the-
more reason to fuck around and find out with different strains and different types and all sorts of stuff.
yeah, and the reason to
Figure out what works
grow
for
your
you.
fucking own.
Yeah, absolutely.
If not the reason, because like I don't know, you're not gonna read Geranol,
Just stop, Cap. Just stop.
geraniol. You're not gonna find geraniol on the back of your New Jersey Dispo like weed canister.
Definitely not.
Major
Unlikely.
terpene. You know, you're just not.
No.
Just not. But yeah, guys, I want to thank you for joining us tonight. Our first show of the new year. Happy New Year.
Happy
We
New
love you.
Year.
Make a grower resolution and then break it immediately. or don't. I don't know. If that really helps you guys, I don't know. Just make a nice grower resolution and stick to it. I don't know. That makes you feel better.
Do one thing to try and be a better grower.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
That's easy
Resolution
enough.
thing is kind of just like, I don't know. I feel like it's just such a, we say these things to ourselves because at the beginning of a new year, as we observe time pass, we say, these are the ways I'm going to change my behavior. These are the things I'm going to do, and then you just never do it. Just never.
Well,
do
yeah, potential turns into jaded apathy.
What do I do to change it, G3?
You
How
don't.
do
It's
I
part of being
disrupt the
human.
cycle? How do I disrupt the cycle? Nothing. Oh.
I don't know. Figure out something to
You
automate.
grow your own, and you tune in at 9 p.m. on Tuesday nights.
There you go.
And you go throw a unsolicited cultivation conversation shout out in like a Reddit thread somewhere.
There you go.
That's your homework.
Yep. I like it.
And until next time, you know the rules, guys. Don't get caught.